Welcome to homesteading the Pioneer Way. Well, I'm at the land today where I put my cabin, and I have started putting fencing up, which just consists of landscape timbers and concrete blocks. And since my cabin is in the curve, I'm having to try to curve it. Now, my plan is to put fencing in front of each cabin, leave a space for a park, a driveway to park the car, and then some more fencing, and then I'm going to have a walkway right here. Since this is a cabin door, I will have a walkway right here between this tree and this tree. And I've got something neat planned. That will be another video when I get that started. But then, like I said, this is the drive for this cabin. I'm going to have another cabin there. So I'm going to put another walkway and another section of fence. Depending on where the cabin door is, I may widen this so it can be for this cabin drive and this cabin. I'm not sure. I'm going to have some fruit trees planted between the cabins. I'm looking for some fruit trees now to go between the cabins. Oh, and I brought a temporary bathroom. This is a hunter's blind. This is a pop-up blind. And I got to put the bucket in here. But, as you can see, it is screened all the way around. But then inside, there's these little things that you can open if you want it open, or you can close them if you want privacy. And it's on all of them, see? It's on all of them. Here's one. I closed it out in case I need to go to the bathroom. But, yeah. So, privacy or open. Your choice. Anyway, this is I don't know exactly what. It's an octagon. So there's plenty of room in here. And I'm so short. As you can see, it's probably a foot above my head. So I could actually shower in here. I've got a camp shower. And I could just bring it in here and shower because I've got plenty of room. There's more room in here than you would have in a house tub shower. So, that will not be staying. It just folds up. And, of course, here's the door. You can zip it up. Of course, I can't with one hand. Anyway, you can zip that up all the way. And that's got a window door, too. But anyway, that is going to be my little bathroom while I'm here. And like I said, I can fold it up and take it in the house, the cabin, whatever you want to call it, until next time I'm here. And I've got a 5-gallon bucket that we can use that with. I forgot that I didn't shut my door. So, anyway, I'm going to have a few fruit trees between each cabin. I think I want peach trees here because they didn't angle my cabin exactly right. I wanted it angled more this way toward the road like I had shared with you before. So that's giving me a little more footage here. I do want to take this end of the porch out and do a little wraparound porch all the way down through here. And then I want to put about 3 fruit trees right in here. And I'm thinking, let me see, either cherry or peaches. And then a little cabin here. And then on the other side of that cabin, see, I'll have a cabin starting right here at this tree and going to maybe to that tree. I may take that tree out, I don't know. But this is a probably 20 foot wide this way. And this will be the front of that cabin. And I tell you what, I may just make this the opening for the drive, for the car park. And then put the walkway right here. It depends on, I haven't got the cabin built yet. This is a cabin that we are going to build. So I can put the door anywhere. I was thinking about putting it right in the middle and having a window on each side. If I do that, the walk would be right here where this stops. I'll just go about 3 foot or 4 for a walk. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then that'll give me this to this tree for another fence about like that. And we may even have room for another small cabin right here. Between that tree right there and this tree, which is just across from that house. And because this is kind of the narrow end, I'm going to put between this cabin and this cabin, I will put pear trees because they grow up and slender. They don't grow out. They grow up, and so they're not very widespread. So I'll put about 3 pear trees here between these 2 cabins. I'm thinking peach trees there, or maybe apple. Yeah, maybe apple. They grow a little bit wider than peaches and a little bit taller. So I'm thinking apple there. And then when I get the other cabin on this side, I will do peaches between that cabin and the other cabin. Yeah, so that's my plan anyway. And then, as you know, I'm planning on an antebellum and a Victorian, and then finally a Italian. And then I've got some coming in here, as you can see. I've already cleared out a spot right in there. Not right here, but you go on around, and I've cleared out a spot that you can see through there. But this is where we come in, and from this tree where, you know, the cabin I just told you would be, the new little cabin would be right here. So this could be a parking spot right here. Across here could be a parking spot right here. And what my plans is to come in from the road, this is the entrance, and have 3 or 4 parking spots. You just pull in, and then you pull out, and you're going around. So I've got like one right here. I could just cut that little tree and that little tree and have another one here. I could cut those 2 little trees and have another one here. Here's one clear open already. So there's actually 2 open already here. And actually, there's a 3rd one. This would be the first one. So you come in the drive, and you could pull in here and park. The next car could pull in. Well, let me show you this side. When you pull in, all I'd really have to do is cut down this little bush right here, and there could be a car here. There's some bigger trees, but it's plenty of room between that tree and this road for a parking area, and this tree and these trees plenty wide. That little tree right there, well, it's not really a tree, I don't think. This is just laying across there. It's coming from right there. I cut cut that little tree and that little bush right behind it. So this would be the first parking here. The first parking here. So that's 2. All I'd have to do is cut this one nice tree down and this little one and them 2 small ones. And I'd have another park, so that's 3, 4. Another one right here is pretty clear. 5, 6, right here. Cut that one little tree right there. And it'll be 7. And I couldn't do any more on the other side, but I could have another one right in here. This is just some broken stuff falling down. Every time we have a storm. But anyway, I'd cut this little tree right here and that little tree right there. And this would be just, with this tree gone, it would open this up. So what did I say? 7? It'd be the 7th or the 8th one. And of course there'll be a cabin here. And I could even do either an 8th or 9th one here. It's plenty open. Just cut some brush. And I think that's it. So about 8 parking spaces. And I'm going to have about 8 cabins, I think. So people can pull up here and park and walk to the cabin if they want to, or I'm going to have a little park area for 1 car. So if they've got 2 cars, they might park one down there and one here. But that's the plan. What do you guys think? I wish you would comment and let me know. Like the video if you like it. Share it if you think it's worth sharing. And let me see. Okay, here's another spot that we have cleared for a cabin. And then here's one we've cleared for a cabin. I think I've shared this before. We'll put a park right here, another car park right there for this cabin. And then we'll have a cabin right here. And then have a park area for it right here. Right here. It's going down pretty good, but I don't know, maybe we can fill in a little bit. But I mean, all the land's going down a little bit. Of course, with the cabins, you can put them up, level them up with blocks. You can't do that for a car, but there's a lot of driveways that's up hills and down hills. So cut that one little tree right there and that one, and it'll be a park for this cabin, and in that cabin and a park. And this is a picnic table with no top on it. We got to build a top for it. You can't really see it. There's the little seat on both sides, and it's got these big old things to put a top. It had a concrete block top on it, and it was so heavy we could not bring it. So we're going to have to get another top for that. Here's some material that we're working with. Somebody's come out here and camped and just trashed the place. I'm very upset about that. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 footing blocks that we will, and there's 3 more over there, 9. I think 6 will be enough. 1 at each end, 2 down each side, because those are only gonna be, maybe 18, 20 foot or 20, 24 foot cabins. So I think that'll be enough to start building on. These are for the ones we're actually going to build. And we may put a concrete block under them too and cement those onto a concrete block and then start the build. So for the foundation. Anyway, I'm excited that we're getting something started, and it looks kind of odd the way I've angled the fencing. But see, this is where the road starts to turn, and it curves right there in front of that cabin, and then it comes this way, and actually, as you can see, it's going to curve all the way around and down to where my daughter and my grandson's cabins are. And we've got building material here. If it hadn't, some of it been stolen, we have enough for a cabin. Even the roof, tin roof. I think I shared with you before that my daughter and son-in-law and my grandson and his daughter came out to camp one weekend, and somebody had already been out here camping and had been burning my 2x4s, my building material. So I don't know what I've got left. But yeah, there was 2x4s still in the fire, that, pieces of them that hadn't burned up completely. Oh, Lord, I was upset. Very upset. I mean, would y'all be upset if you bought a piece of property and put posted signs all over the front on the road? I forgot to tell you, up there where the building material is, I'm going to have another cabin in there in a park area. And then I may have another one here. Or, yeah, another one somewhere in here. I find the clearest area, like the ones who you just have to cut a few little trees or bushes and leave the big ones. So I'll find a spot to put another cabin here and another park area. And of course we're going to have, the other cabins here as it's gently sloping down to this tree. This is the last house, will be right here. This slope right here will not be here because we are going to dig into this, I don't know, it's probably 8 or 10 foot between this tree and the bottom of the hill. I'm not real sure. We haven't, measured. We haven't put a 2x4 or something up with a string going up to the top of the hill to see what depth it was, but I'm thinking it's enough to start digging out a storm shelter right here. And with the dirt that we dig out, and we're going to concrete block it, about 20 foot by maybe 12 by 20, so that we can all get in there. It's got to be big enough. We put shelves on the wall for food, and we'll have cots in there to sleep on for the about 8 families that's going to be here, or guests, whichever it is, if the storm comes up. And so we'll have shelves with some food and cots to sleep on and some bedding. Just in case there's storms and tornadoes or whatever. But anyway, the dirt that we dig out, we're going to throw on top of it, so it'll raise this up some and still be a slope, but it won't be this steep a slope. Anyway, and then I've got muscadine or grape one planted right there for that. Well, there's a post. I can't see it. There's a T-post right here somewhere at the foot of the slope. Yeah, I think I see it right there. Anyway, I'm going to build an arbor there and have either grapevine or muscadine vines going over it. Now, this will be a little road, or a little path. I won't say road. See, this comes this way and goes around. And this is my grandson's. It's going to be cabin. And my daughter's. So we come this way, and I'm going to do a little path in here back into where it starts to be wooded again. I'm going to do a little path this way going to the goat pens, the dog pens, the chickens and ducks will be all back in there in the wooded area. And this right here, we're going to clear out. My daughter wants that for her garden. And right here between these two trees will be her garden, back as far as she wants to go. And then between here and the road or the path will be a greenhouse. So we can start seeds and things. And anyway, That's the plan. I will not perish for lack of vision. The Lord says that men perish for lack of vision. Well, that won't be me, because I'm going to have all kind of duck pen and chicken pen. I'll have drakes in one, roosters in one, hens in one. I'm going to have big buck pen, little buck pens for babies when they're separated from their moms, little doe pens, and my big doe pens. And of course, we've got to have birthing pens and breeding pens. So I got 13, almost 13 and a half acres out here. So that'll be all my pens and things out there in the wooded area. Of course, I will have to cut. Let me get this chair. Someone's been out here and set a chair up here. And I need that on my porch because I've got a wicker rocker inside the cabin, but I don't want that just kept out on the porch. So I'm going to, oh, they have set it up for target practice. My daughter and son-in-law and grandchildren come out here and they shoot their guns and rifles and all that good stuff. And I do too. I come out here and shoot with them sometimes. But I didn't come to shoot today unless somebody's trespassing on the property. And of course I wouldn't shoot them. I'd just make them think I was. I have called the police and told them that people are camping out here and trashing the place and burning my material. So they said they would patrol the area for me. My husband is leery of me bringing anything else out here. He said, you know, whatever you put out here, they may steal. But I said, well, you know, you've got to do it as you can do it. And you've got to bring things as you can bring them. And so every time I have a chance to bring my grandson or daughter's truck and trailer, we can bring big stuff, but I can bring carloads of things. Like I brought these landscape timbers in the car. They fit nicely from the trunk to the front seat. And it's just me coming, so it just blocked one seat. So, well, I'm kind of winded coming up that hill. But anyway, I walk up and down that hill several times every time I come. Unless I'm taking something from one cabin to the next, and then I load it up in the car. But I'm going to put this on the porch. I was wondering if this would be here this time. I put this up here last time I came. It's not where it's going to go. It's going to go, we had electricity, but we will not here. So there is a nail right here, but it would not, it's too close. It would not fit. I need to move. Actually, I have a nail right here for it, a screw. But I don't remember putting that nail in here, but somebody did. And I got to take that out before I can put this. And what it is a oil lamp holder. You set your oil lamp in there. The bottom hangs here, and it'll hold here. And I've got to clean it up. It's a mirror so it can reflect. And it's gotten wet and the top's coming off, but that's all right. I'm going to paint it anyway. So, but yeah, that's going right under the lights. So that'll be a porch light. Kerosene lamp. Oh, Lord. I don't know why I said heater. It's hot. Nobody's looking for a heater today. And I also have, I don't know what I'll do, actually. I will have an outdoor kitchen with my 4-burner rocket stove grill oven that I have posted before. It's my best viewed video of all times. And I've had a lot of people say they were going to make one. And a friend of mine in Alabama did make one. And she absolutely loves it. She said she was amazed at how quick it boiled a pot of water for tea. She said, let's make some tea. Well, she put the water on, and we put a few just sticks from off the ground, just little tiny twigs. She was amazed how quick it lit up and how soon it boiled. I mean, it didn't hardly get the flames get to going good until she said, this water is already boiling. So she was amazed, and she is loving it. But anyway, that's going to be at my outdoor kitchen. I do have a griddle. It's a 3-foot long griddle, and this is a little 4-foot long porch. So I may put that little griddle right here at the end of the porch. And right here's my herb baskets. It was so funny. I had herbs in it, as you can see, and on the trip down here, they all flew out. All the herbs is gone. Even some of the basket things, these had mossy stuff in them and soil for planting. They had herbs in them, and they're completely gone. And so are these on the other side of the porch. Completely gone. So in the trip, they just blew completely out. And I got to redo those and put herbs in them. So I'm thinking about putting my griddle right here. It's only about